Hey guys, it's your boy Java Monkey J. Today my friend and I are talking World of Warcraft Hardcore. This section was taken from our World of Warcraft tier discussion where we ranked each expansion in a tier list format and discussed our thoughts and opinions on the game. If you'd like to see that full video, it is linked below. However, I will be posting shortened videos, one for each expansion in the coming days. So subscribe so you don't miss it. I've been Java Monkey J. Peace. Do we go to Dragonflight, or do you want to step back for a second and go to Hardcore since we just talked about Makara?
Yeah, let's go to Hardcore. We were just talking about Makara. I think Hardcore is a strictly superior version of the Vanilla Classic era, because it focuses on the 1 to 59 and not on the level 60.
It forces you to focus on what was good about our original Vanilla Classic WoW, which is fucking getting to 60, man. That journey, that adventure.
Mm-hmm. And it also enforces this constant, replay value because the world will never be empty because there's people dying and having to re-level.
Yeah.
I think it's, in terms of design decisions, Hardcore is one of the best ways you can improve on Classic without changing anything.
Yeah.
And I see why it became so popular as a self-imposed restriction, and I see why the classic hardcore servers are fantastic. You know, it really goes right hand in hand with the classic vanilla. I think if that one's A tier, then this one has to be A tier. Those are the same rating. Actually, if anything, I would put it maybe a little higher than the regular vanilla, because I do think it's an improvement over vanilla classic.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Obviously, I don't think a lot of people can handle the difficulty. Not that they're supposed to be able to, but
I think that the game is still a source of entertainment for the people that can't handle the diffiefully because they get to re-level again. And that journey and that challenge is interesting enough, and you can do it at your own pace. So it's not like you're being unable to do the difficulty as griefing the 24 other people or the 39 other people in your raid, right?
Absolutely.
You can do it at your own pace, and I think that makes it such a great option.
Yeah. I mean, hardcore is fantastic. It's great. If you like classic, probably like hardcore. it's that simple. And it's good. It's been great for the community. It's been absolutely awesome. The Makara tournament, the viewership on Twitch is undeniable. It's rocketed several different, lower streamers previously. Now they're in the spotlight as far as the streaming is concerned. Tons of value as far as content. I mean, it's great. It's straight up great. And It's getting more support.
It's not something that I would ever have any interest in playing.
It's a complete waste of time. Let's not get that twisted at all.
All video games are a complete waste of time. Let's not pretend that all video games are a waste of time. Ultimately speaking. So my issues with hardcore are mostly the same as my issues with classic. I don't think there's skill expression in how you play that game.
Yeah.
I think that
you're pulling one mob at a time. You're doing green quests. You're playing like a bitch.
Exactly. I think that in a lot of my complaints about the Cataclysm heroics, that where they're not hard, they just are tedious.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing applies to what I think of hardcore and classic vanilla. I think that's the reason that you got speed runs out of the original vanilla run, is because that's one of the only ways to make that fun. And I think that's connected to how Mythic Plus works and why that's fun, as opposed to just tedious hard heroics, right?
Yep.
When you put timers on things, it makes things fun, even if they wouldn't be fun normally. So yeah, I think that I don't think that I have any interest in playing hardcore, and not even because it's hardcore and I feel like dying is too punishing. I just don't think that you have the tools to really make skilled plays
that
true. I appreciate, right?
Outside of
having that really sticky glue in your bag of marbles, and being able to outplay the monster that's about to one-shot you because you got parried 7 times. Some people find that interesting. I don't. I want that power to be in my class. I want that power to be in my spec, to have made choices in my talent tree that gave me the tools to survive the mistakes that I made.
Yeah, and that just specifically points to your talent trees to give you the tools. I mean, that's just not a thing in hardcore.
Yep, not a thing in hardcore, not a thing in classic, not a thing in Wrath, not a thing in Cataclysm. Where it is a thing, though?
Dragonflight.
Yeah, so anyway.
Dragonflight.
I have a really, really hot take about Dragonflight.